Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of EUIC Radio. So today, we've got a few new Pokémon products we need to be talking about, and some news about EUIC as well, which sounds like a very fun thing to do. So let's start off with something which I know a lot of you are going to have been thinking about, and a lot of you are going to be getting excited about. The Journey Together binders. We get binders for every set. We've not seen the ones from Journey Together yet. Let me fix that for you. And of course, usual deal, we've got the artwork of the booster packs on here. I use this example a lot, but I always find it funny. There was one set where instead of having the booster pack artwork, we just had generic Kensugamori artwork of the starter Pokemon from Legends Arceus, and it was exactly the same for the 4-pocket and the 9-pocket binder. Anyone remember what set it was? Because I've told you a few times now. It was Astral Radiance, which makes me think that essentially Ultra Pro, who make these, had the license to use the booster pack images. The license ran out for some reason. They couldn't get it renewed in time for Astral Radiance, but then you notice we get to Lost Origin, and it's back to normal. And we've got the right binders again, and everyone is happy. Yay! Well, here we've got the booster pack artwork from Journey Together. The only real question here becomes, well, who's getting the front and who's getting the back and who's getting the 4 and who's getting the 9? Well, the 9-pocket binder we've got going on here, which Lily and I know. Basically, I don't want to be rude, whoever ended up with Hop was going to be the 4-pocket binder. Essentially, what they do is they put the most popular characters on the 9-pocket, and the back of the 4-pocket binder, that's the graveyard, unfortunately. And obviously, the back of the 4-pocket is going to be Hop and Zacian. So the 9-pocket binder we've got here features Ino and Bellabolt on the front, and Lily and Clefairy on the back. And look, it's the artwork from Journey Together. It's wonderful. If you like this, awesome. If you don't, that's fine as well. I'm not a huge fan of these binders for storing cards. I don't like top loading. I like side loading. I've bought a bunch of these in the past. They're fine, but I don't love how they hold the cards compared to some other binders. But I know a lot of people that like collecting the sets in these binders because they're clearly very appropriate. And that's kind of awesome. And then obviously the 4-pocket binder here. You've got N and Zoroark on the front. N was always going to be on the front of a binder, let's face it. And then Hop and Zacian on the back. They were always going to be back of the binder. They were always going to be back of the 4-pocket. Sorry if that sounds mean. It was never going to work any other way. These are very simple. You don't get any cards, you don't get any promos. They are just cool binders using the booster pack artwork from Journey Together. If that sounds good to you, you will love these. If that doesn't sound good to you, these are eminently skippable. Well, what if you want to get a binder, but you do want to get a pack as well? And what if you just so happen to be a fan of Farfetch'd? I got you, ladies and gentlemen. I got ya. Because what we've got is a Farfetch'd mini binder or mini portfolio which has gone and been revealed. It's actually coming out on the 28th of March, which is the same day as Battle Partners. And for $5.50, you get yourself the Farfetch'd mini portfolio and a TCG booster pack. And here's what's going to be really interesting, and I'm afraid I don't have the answer, and frankly, we probably won't have the answer until these are actually out in the world and people are buying them. Is this going to come with a Battle Partners booster pack? Because if it does, this actually becomes a really quite nice product. 1-card portfolio, they're fine. But from everything we can see, Journey Together, Battle Partners in Japan, that is going to be a set which is just sold out everywhere. And is going to be a very awkward set to find. Paying $5.50 for a booster pack, obviously not ideal. But you know what? If it's the only place you can find them, this is a weird situation. Like, I honestly think if this has a pack of Journey Together And I don't know that it does. Let's be perfectly clear. I don't know whether it does. That's not confirmed or official, okay? We don't know if it does. But if it does, I think this is going to be like the most popular mini portfolio we've basically ever seen. Now, unfortunately, the promo image we've got here is literally just the front of the mini portfolio featuring Farfetch. We don't have a look at the booster pack. And even then, remember, what we see on the promo image cannot always be trusted. It's not always guaranteed, and well, it's never guaranteed, but it's not always right. So it's one of those things where we have to kind of hold our horses a little bit. But that's irrelevant. We literally don't have a pack shown off here. If it's Battle Partners, this becomes a really cool product. Because I've got some of the mini portfolios. They're really fun. But if it doesn't have Journey Together, then I do think it's going to be a bit of a wash. Keep an eye out for this one. It could be big. What is definitely going to be big, however, is the European International Championships. It's happening at the end of February, and I am hyped. Yes, I will 100% be there. Yes, if you're there, you should definitely come and see me. And if you don't want to come and say hi, don't. But I've already had messages from a few people who have been like, are you going? Can we come and say hi, etc., etc. The answer is yes, and of course, yes. But the lovely Joe over at Cerebi.net has given us the first peek at some of the merch which we're going to be getting for EUIC. And if you like Psyduck, if you're a fan of Psyduck, you're going to be very, very happy about this, because it's Psyduck Central. The playmat with Quagsire and Clodsire and Psyduck is phenomenal. We got a water bottle, we got a playmat. I adore the pin. Not only am I going to buy this pin, but assuming I get to commentate some more regionals between EUIC and the end of time, and I very much hope I can, you're going to see me rocking this at an event at some point. Oh yeah, and then there's a Psyduck sweatshirt as well. Looking frankly a little bit confused, because that's what Psyduck does. I am very excited about EUIC. It's not a secret I'm casting it. It's literally been up on the website for a few weeks now, so I'm not giving the game away here. I'm up there with Pablo, Alex, Amy, and Adam. We're going to be the casting team for the Pokemon TCG at EUIC, and I am hyped. I love EUIC. It is always one of the best weekends of the entire year. I get to be on the stream, and I get to hopefully meet some of you lovely ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, I'm going to try and get into the Pokemon Center. Pick up some of this wonderful stuff. And let's be clear, this is not all there's going to be. There is obviously going to be more. And I'm excited to see what it is. And we're going to finish off today with... it's news which isn't that new. It came out a couple of weeks ago, but I don't think we've actually talked about it yet. This Zebstrika promo. It's not one we've had in the West yet. We'll get it at some point, probably as a blister promo, honestly. It is a magazine promo. It is on this issue of Pokemon Fan. Yes, I have this issue of Pokemon Fan. I've said it before, Pokemon Fan is like my favorite magazine. It's basically every like 3 months or something, and it's just, hey, here's all the Pokemon news from the past few months. And it seems to be pretty much every issue now comes with a promo card, which honestly sounds pretty good to me. Now, you may notice that there are 2 stamps on this particular card, and that is we've got the Pokemon Fan stamp, but there's also a Korokoro Ichiban stamp, which is a different magazine. This was, of course, included with Korokoro Ichiban as well. It is this issue of Korokoro Ichiban that we are looking for. The January 25 issue, if anybody's wondering. Same card, 2 different magazines. It'll appear some point over in the West, as it always does. Like I say, probably as a blister promo, 1 or 3 pack. But it's pretty cool that we're getting it. Now, in terms of what the card actually does, like a lot of these promos, it's not the best ever, but there's a little bit of potential here. 2 Energy 70 I'm not a particularly big fan of. I don't think that's unfair. And then we've got single energy, discard your entire hand, draw 6 cards, which of course is a nice little callback to the Zebstrika that we all played that had that ability discarded your entire hand and drew 4 cards. Now I know 4 is a lot less than 6, but an every turn ability where you can just leave Zebstrika sitting there and have this every single turn is brilliant. Still a card I pick up. Put it this way, if I'm playing in a cube and this card comes around to me, there is a very good chance I'm picking it up. I adore this Zebstrika. This Zebstrika makes me very, very happy. This new one, no, it's not as good. If this was a single energy on a basic Pokemon, I'm kind of in at that point. I'm really quite liking it. But the reality is, it's my second turn at this point. And it's my attack, but I'm not doing any damage. And I'm just, it's fine in an emergency, but am I actually using it? The answer is probably not. But it's a cool promo, and I quite like having the 2 different stamps on it. I've picked this up, obviously. It's in the post to me right now. But I thought, I don't think we've actually talked about this properly yet. So we've talked about it now. We've got our Journey Together binders. We've got the mini binder coming out. We've got a quick sneak peek at EUIC merch. And then we've got a new Zebstrika as well. Nice little news roundup, I think. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me how excited you are for all of this. Tell me if you're going to EUIC. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the EUIC. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Ashley Munns, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout-out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.